Good morning. Hey, peeps. It is, I think it's Thursday morning. Nicole Cooper here. I just jogged up this hill behind me. Pretty good workout to give you some resistance to be able to get the body sweating. But I wanted to connect with you guys this morning to talk about the time for radical change is now. You know, we're out in San Antonio on family vacation, and you know, lately I've been getting up like I normally do, and I'm gonna share with you guys some stuff that I've struggled with for the past couple of months, and the challenges that they created for me. And so if you guys can see me, I don't know if you're able to see, it says my connection is weak, but I've been getting up at my normal time like I used to. Hey Joy, I used to get up at like 4-5 o'clock in the morning and can get a lot of stuff done. But over the past couple of months, I've struggled with some stuff. I've shared a couple of times I have some health challenges that have caused a lot of things to happen. Let me get this water. That caused a lot of things to happen that caused my body to get out of whack, right? And it was making me where my body was exhausted all the time. No matter how much I tried to do things to fight that lack of energy, I just never ever had any energy. And another thing that it did was mental instability. If any of you guys know anything about thyroid issues, and when you start getting into some really, you know, challenging pieces of it, it can mess with all pieces of your body, all of your, from your metabolism to your energy, to your mood, to everything. It can make you feel like you're losing your mind. You go in and out of states of, from depression to happiness, up and down, in and out. It makes you feel like you're psychologically like challenged. Like I thought I was gonna be in a straitjacket. I'm not kidding. I was like, what is this? Who is this person? This is not me. And I had a friend, or she's one of the parents in our neighborhood, that recommended some natural herbal things that I use to be able to get my body back in shape, because doctors give you medication, but medication will mess with your body. And so she told me, she said, Nicole, there's these little pellets you can get. I got from my Chinese herbalist, and they look like rat pellets. She was like, they're all herbal, but they'll make a big difference in your health. I had already gotten those things from my acupuncturist, and I was like, oh my God, they're sitting in my cabinet. I just haven't used them. She was like, use them. So she told me what to do. She told me to get some B12, B complex, all these things that are really, really good for energy. She said, get them and take them every day. And she told me how much to take. Long story short, I started taking them maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And when I tell you my energy has been off the charts, my mood has been clear. You know, my ability to really focus is there, because all that stuff, clouded vision, y'all. I mean, it's horrible when you're dealing with health challenges, and you know your body, and those health challenges make you feel like you're crazy. I really felt like I was losing my mind. Hey, good morning, y'all. And so ever since I started taking these herbal pills and doing like the B6, B12, B complex, it's given me a lot of my energy back to really get back on track. And so one of the things that I started doing, vitamin Cliff, the sun glazing balances thyroid stuff. So with thyroid, your vitamin D is really low, and it comes from the sun. So they have me on actually prescribed dosages of vitamin D, because she was like, it is extremely low. So anyway, I share that with you guys because I went through those different challenges, and for a minute I didn't know who I was, because you can't, you know, if you're dealing with any kind of challenges, whether it's mental health challenges, whether it's physical body challenges, whether it's energy level challenges, you got to go and get help. And a lot of times I like to get the natural version while going to see a doctor to make sure internally that our bodies are okay. But here's what I realized. Because of my health situation, I was encouraged to stop working out because they were telling me that working out was doing more harm than good for me because I had adrenal fatigue. And can I confess something to y'all? So I am at my highest weight I've ever been without being pregnant. I have gained like 15 to 20 pounds because when you have thyroid issues or any kind of health challenges, most, especially women, you can know something is wrong because in your abdominal area, you start gaining a lot of weight and it's uncontrollably growing, right? Like I started gaining abdominal weight. I've never had abdominal weight except for when I was pregnant, right? And I was like, what is wrong? I told my husband, I said, this is when I was working out. I mean, I'm talking running, I'm talking body pump, going to see a trainer and doing all these things. And I noticed something was wrong because my trainer had me doing a plank one day. And when I went to try to do a plank, my oxygen got cut off. I turned my neck and I told her, I said, I can't breathe. And she was like, something is wrong. So long story short, that happened to me a couple of times where my oxygen got cut off. And I found out this goiter was taking over the airway passages and all this stuff. So they started telling me not to work out. So I listened to them, but let me tell you guys something about your physical being connected to your mental. You know, the thing about our emotions is that they're tied to your motion, right? And if you don't get up and move around, what happens is if your body, you just become stagnant, it can mentally mess with you because there's no blood flow in your body and there's a lot of things that are being suppressed, and after a while your body will start to atrophy, but it's like your mind atrophies too, right? And if you don't get to moving, it can stimulate mental health issues. Like I started feeling like I was losing my mind, you know. Okay, so the Wi-Fi is weak. Gotta love when you pay for unlimited service and your service is weak. AT&T, you suck, for real. But anyway, so with them telling me not to work out, it was making matters worse, you know. And I was talking to my trainer. I was like, what should I do? She was like, girl, please get out there and go move. You know, she was like, don't let those doctors make you stay stagnant because 15 to 20 minutes of something can help with stimulate other things. And so I started getting back out and started working out again. And I just discovered that when you work out, you know, if you look at some of the most successful people in the world, they are physically, not all, but they are physically fit or in shape, or they do something as an outlet for their bodies to be able to stimulate, you know, mental clarity, to be able to stimulate the ability to give yourself a chance to think. You know, there's a lot of things connected to just doing something with your body. And so I want to encourage you guys, you know, if you find yourself in these places, these are things we don't like to talk about. And I'm the person, I love talking about taboo things. You know, we have a tendency in social media to talk only about the good things. And we hate the idea of being honest with our life 99% of the time when it's not on social media. But I always say I'm that person that believes in talking about the pink elephants in the room. And one of my biggest pink elephants lately has been health, mental health and physical health. And you know, when you are used to having a certain body frame, right? For me, I have never been larger than a size 10 in women's clothes, right? I've always fluctuated, but pretty much I've kept the same weight, just a few pounds here or there since college. But what happens, guys, is life starts happening, right? We start turning to other things for emotional support. We start eating more. You know, we have one of the largest populations of obesity in the world here in America because we eat like everything bad for us, and we drive everywhere, right? We always are in a drive-through. We want the closest parking spot. You know, we don't do a lot of exercise. And what we don't understand is all that stuff sabotages your mental health. It sabotages your mental health. I truly understand now the importance of, even if it's not like, oh, my mission right now is to lose 50 pounds. Instead of me now just getting up and working out to lose weight, I'm getting out to say I need the mental opportunity to get clarity, just to change my perspective, just to change my point of view. And so Dr. Will said, we 40, child. You 40, Dr. Will. I'm a year behind you. Look, I'm still in my 30s, baby. Look, I got one more year. I've always been the baby out of my crew. I'm 39. I got one more year before I hit 40. But it's true. You start getting older and the weight don't leave as fast, right? And so anyway, I wanted to talk about radical change. The time is now. Because we're here at Six Flags with the kids for the weekend, and we were out hanging out with them, and I was just thinking, I said, you know, so many of us are waiting for major events to occur in our life before we really embrace where we are, before we really begin to celebrate who we are, before we really begin to create or experience joy in our lives. You know, we're waiting on an event to happen. We're waiting to get more money. We're waiting till our kids get older. We're waiting until we get married. We're waiting, you know, for all these major events to take place in our lives before we begin to celebrate. And one of the things that I was saying yesterday with my kids, you know, it was such a beautiful, joyous day. You know, they didn't act out. Thank you, Jesus. I never have an issue out of Chloe. It's usually Carson. That's my 10 and 1, right? Yeah, Natasha said weight loss is a side effect of working out. Yeah, it's really for mental health, y'all. Listen, how many of y'all secretly deal with depression or secretly suffering about something? It's because we all are waiting for events to happen in our lives. We're waiting until we lose weight, right? We're waiting. Oh shoot, my phone is gonna die, y'all. I'm down to 10%. My point is we keep waiting for something to happen. We're waiting for people to celebrate us. We're waiting for people to give us the okay before we truly begin to embrace life. And I was saying to myself yesterday, I said, you know what? I'm gonna make every day count. I'm gonna have the best joy in my life in everything that I do. I'm gonna have the most fun in my life. I'm gonna embrace every piece of the journey with my crazy kids, right? I'm gonna embrace these moments of growth with my husband. I'm gonna embrace this journey of learning how to be smart with my finances. I'm gonna embrace these shifts and pivots in my business, you know, whether everybody is celebrating what I'm doing or nobody knows what's happening and I feel so alone, right? I'm gonna start embracing the journey of discovery of the city that we live in. It's just really, listen, if you don't start celebrating you, nobody will, right? Nobody will. And we can sit and we can wait and hope. And I realized this the other day because I was doing a journal entry. If my phone dies, guys, I'll come back later. But I was doing a journal entry and I was reading a book from Nellie Galan, the self-made book. And she was like, she had us writing down different things. And it came out that there were 2 areas that I really needed to work on. And one of them was leadership. And the other one was like communication. And one of the things that I noticed was that as a business owner, because I'm an entrepreneur, I was scared to lead other people because I felt like I used to have a mindset that everybody should be an entrepreneur. And so I didn't like the idea of telling my team what to do. But I didn't understand that my team needed me to lead them. They were waiting on me to paint the vision so that they can do the work because people want to buy into your vision. And I was like, why do I feel this way? You know, and I realized that I had created this belief system that nobody wants to work for anyone, or that if they worked for someone, that they were in a bad place in their life. Like, this was my perception of, because I've been an entrepreneur all my life and I've had moments where I bashed being an employee, I now was scared to have employees, right? And I was kind of freaked out by the idea. I was like, oh my God, I need to lead my team, get stuff done right. So how do I alter this belief system? And so I realized that I had to begin to celebrate my leadership ability. I had to begin to celebrate my vision. I had to begin to celebrate my ability to be able to guide other folks who wanted me to lead. I had to begin to celebrate my positioning and understanding that they needed me to step into my role as a leader, as a guide, as a communicator, to show them what it is that I need them to do. because it made them feel empowered, right? And I just had to start celebrating these things instead of operating in a level of fear and feeling ill-equipped. And so I want you guys to do that today. You know, it's time for radical change, but there might be something, a mindset, a belief system, something that is holding you back. Y'all know I hate dirty phones. Hold on. A little bit better. But what is holding you back? And think about that thing and ask, why is it a fear? And how can you turn it into an area of faith and begin to celebrate that thing? The time for radical change is now. You know, I'm making a radical change in my finances, as y'all can see. I'm making a radical change in my language. I'm making a radical change in my body. Listen, these people told me, you know, that you read all these articles and they say you can't lose weight with this little thing that I have. I promise you I'm gonna lose this weight. I'm gonna get 20 pounds off of me because I can't do this. I'm like, the clothes don't fit. I don't want to wear no bathing suit, right? So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this with you guys and say, you know, the time for radical change is now. Hey, good morning. Out running in San Antonio. The time for radical change is now. Identify where your fears are, what's holding you back. And let me tell you guys something. In order to change your emotions, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling low, if you're feeling depressed, guys, it's so common. Get moving. Go outside. Go for a walk. I'm in Texas. It gets hot as hell. I'm literally in Texas. But I love getting out because just a change of scenery, it just makes all the difference. I'm in San Antonio now. My hotel is up the street. But I didn't want to run on no treadmill in the hotel room. Why? I don't want to go to the fitness center and run on no treadmill. I want to go breathe some fresh air. So anyway, get moving, guys. When you start getting in motion, you change your emotions. And if you want a radical change, begin to celebrate everything about yourself and stop being so hard on yourself. Become your own mentor. Become your own role model. Become your own biggest cheerleader. And there's nothing wrong with it. You're not being arrogant. You're not being prideful. You're not being egotistical. But you're being grateful for who God made you to be. And you're acknowledging that, Lord, God plus one is the majority. And if I got you on my side, we're going to make this thing happen. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hope you have a great and awesome Thursday. I hope today is Thursday. I don't know what day of the week. I never do. Thank God for iPhone to tell you what day it is and what date it is, because I never know. So I want y'all to have a great and awesome day. I'm almost back at my hotel. Y'all help me get up that hill, because Jesus, it was rough. So anyway, getting ready to take my kids to the Six Flags water park today. But y'all go ahead and y'all have a great and awesome day. Share this video if you know it can bless somebody. All right? All right, y'all. Hey, how are you? All right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.